It's the year 1985. A man is present by the seaside, working at the lighthouse as part of his daily routine. Here, he saves the life of a girl who has come from the sea, and she turns out to be the princess of Atlantis. Basically, Atlantis is the name of a large city under the sea from where this girl has come. The two spend a lot of time together and gradually start liking each other, and after some time, they get married. And now some time passes and they have a son named Arthur. Arthur has a power that allows him to communicate with all sea creatures. That is, he can talk to all the creatures living in the ocean. Now we see that the Atlantean soldiers come to their home. The purpose of these soldiers is to take Atlantis's queen back because they attack her, so she is forced to leave her family and her son. If she didn't, these soldiers would kill her family, so to save their lives, she goes back with them. The queen has a lot of trust in her special advisor, and she tells him to train Arthur to make him a skilled warrior so that he can learn all the ways of fighting. Just like us, Arthur has now grown up. Arthur is summoned to return to Atlantis, as he is the first son and can become the king there, Secta. But Arthur refuses. His mother was killed just because she loved a human, married him, and I am one of the half-breeds sitting here. For me, this reason is completely pointless. I will not come to Atlantis at all. Here we see some pirates looting a Russian submarine, and Arthur comes and saves them. During the fight, the pirate leader is killed by Arthur, and the leader's son, David, is also present there. When David sees that Arthur, also known as Aquaman, has killed his father, he decides to take revenge on him. Now we see another main character named Arm. He is about to become the king of Atlantis and is also Arthur's half-brother, who lives underwater, meaning inside Atlantis. Before moving a little further, let me explain that Orm lives underwater, while Arthur lives on land and meets with different kings. These kings belong to the cities surrounding Atlantis, which are underwater, and he tells one of the kings that we should attack the surface above because they are polluting our pursuit relationship. With the help of pollution, those people are spreading a lot of pollution, but that king is not in favor of attacking the people living on land. But he also sees that if the other four kings of the remaining kingdoms support Orm, then Orm will get the title of Ocean Master, meaning Orm will become the commander, and his decision will be the one that is followed. While the king and Orm are still talking, a Russian submarine arrives and attacks them. Here, Arthur saves the king's life, and seeing this, the king decides to support Orm. The king's daughter's name is Mara, and she is supposed to marry Orm, but she doesn't want to marry him. She sees only one way out, which is Arthur. She believes that if Arthur comes here, then Orm won't become king. She goes to the surface, meaning she comes to the land. Here she meets Arthur and asks for his help, saying that he should return to the water because he is the elder son and can become king. But Arthur refuses. After some time, Mara wins his trust because a huge ocean wave had been sent towards the land. Here, Mara saves Arthur's father's life. Arthur sees this and gains trust in Mara, and he goes into the water with her. Here, Arthur also meets his teacher who taught him all the fighting skills. This is the same soldier who was his mother's most trusted warrior. They both tell Arthur that he needs to find the trident, which holds a lot of power and magic, and whoever obtains this trident is made king without question, because without this trident, the arm will never let you become king. It is much more powerful than you, and even if you try to claim it by fighting, it will still defeat you. Just as this conversation is happening, the enemy arrives and attacks, and Arthur is captured. Arthur is brought in chains before the arm, and he is blamed for the death of his mother, meaning that because of him the queen was hanged. Despite being his brother, he tells Arthur that he is giving him one chance, to leave forever and never return to the water. But Arthur gets angry at him and challenges him, saying that he will fight him. Here, the fight between Arthur and Orm begins. However, Orm has the upper hand because he has always been in the water, making it very difficult for Arthur to defeat Orm in the water. The fight continues, and eventually Arthur is about to die. Mira arrives there and saves Arthur. Now, to obtain the trident, they are searching they go to the Sahara Desert. In the Sahara Desert, this is the place where the trident was created. Here they receive a holographic message that indicates they need to go, and there they will find the coordinates of where. The trident is currently located. The trident is basically like a large spear with many magical powers. We see that Orm meets with David. David is the same person who was the son of the dying pirate Ani and wants to take revenge on Aquaman. Here, it is also revealed that the Russian submarine that attacked the King of the Sea was part of a conspiracy between David and Orm. It was Orm's plan all along. David attacks the king and he saves his life. In return, the king supports Orm, and here David is also given the latest Atlantean battlesuit. This is very modern technology that only people living in the water possess. David tests this technology and is very pleased upon seeing it. Now his revenge will be complete by killing Arthur here, and he also kills the king of another underwater kingdom called the Kingdom of the Fishermen, forcing them to support Orm. The king of the Kingdom of the Fishermen has already died. He forces the queen and princess and tells them that they will fight in the next line, meaning the next line of battle, and instructs them to gather an army. Here we see David, who modifies the modern technology given by Orm and creates a superhero suit for himself. He names it Black Manta. Wearing this suit, David becomes very powerful, and now we see Arthur and Mera entering Italy in search of those coordinates, and he attacks them there. There is a big fight between David, also known as Black Manta, and Arthur. However, Arthur throws David off the cliff, but during this fight, Arthur gets severely injured. Mera heals Arthur's wounds and encourages him. She tells him that he has to become king and that he cannot be so weak. You have to prove yourself like a king. And now they set out in Makase in search of the trident. During the journey, they encounter different masters, and escaping them, they manage to reach Earth's center. This is the very center of the Earth. Here, they see his mother for the first time. That is Queen Atlanta, who had sacrificed herself. Coming into the trench of fire means but Queen Atlanta had survived. Nothing had happened to her. And she had been surviving here for a long time. And now Arthur and Mera are also present here. The three of them meet, and it's an emotional scene. Now they are very close to the trident, but only Arthur can proceed from here. Mera or her mother cannot support him. Arthur moves forward. In search of the trident, he finds it though, but as he is about to acquire it, he is attacked by the Leviathan. Basically, the Leviathan is the key to this trident. That is, the Leviathan dragon protects this trident and is like a guardian. It is very large, and it also tells him this. Whoever came here to acquire it was not worthy, and I killed all of them. As we learned at the beginning, Arthur could talk to sea creatures, so he talks to it. The dragon-like creature asks him, "Can you hear me?" No one has heard me before today. Arthur tells it about his worth and claims that he is the rightful owner of the trident and that he is worthy to rule over the 7 seas. Finally, it agrees with him, and Arthur acquires the trident. After acquiring the trident, Arthur's power increases significantly, and he undergoes a transformation. All the kingdoms residing under the sea are supporting Arthur, and because of this, he gives himself the title of Ocean Master. This means that now his decisions will prevail. Here, those supporting Arthur learn that he has acquired the trident, and according to the rules and laws, the one who possesses the trident will be the true king, the Ocean Master. No one will question him once it's confirmed that Arthur has the trident, but Orm gets angry and says that merely acquiring the trident means nothing. The one who is braver and has more skills will be the Ocean Master. He will rule over all the kingdoms. Here, once again, Arthur and Orm have a fight which takes place on top of a submarine. Arthur defeats Orm in this fight, but he doesn't kill him and spares his life, and several announcements come to light here. He sees that Arthur has saved his mother's life. He accepts his fate and surrenders himself, and the soldiers of Atlantis take him away, and the movie ends here. If you liked my explanation of the film, please like and subscribe and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you for watching.